So today we are removing this dead Madrone tree. Madrone trees will stand dead for a long time, but the customer is concerned that small limbs and pieces of the tree keep falling, and they will continue to fall. Rather than let those pieces fall randomly, we're going to take the tree down. Fortunately, I have a large drop zone, so I'm going to be able to drop the top half of the tree. It'll cause a little bit of damage to the plants on the ground, or maybe a lot of damage, but I can't safely go any higher than I'm going to climb today. So I'm going to climb up halfway up the tree and drop the top down, then come down and cut the trunk. When I cut the trunk down, customers got quite a bit of space here, so they'll use these chunks of madrone sort of as yard art, decorative pieces. Also, as this native wood decays over time, it contributes to the soil and just helps make a native garden. Pacific Madrone is the most native tree you'll find, one of the most native trees you'll find here in the Seattle area, and they will stand dead for a long time, and stand dead as if they don't even notice that they're dead. However, they do drop limbs and pieces. They rarely completely uproot or rarely even break off. How do we know it's dead? The leaves are gone. Pacific Madrone is an evergreen. It's a broadleaf evergreen. And the Madrone trees, Madrone is a sensitive species of trees. I understand they can't grow more than 50 or 70 miles away from salt water. Salt water somehow, I'm no scientist, okay, in this regard. But they have to grow close to the salt water. You won't find these inland. They're sensitive trees. They're sensitive to interaction with humans. And I've been told a number of different things over the years, most notably that they've struggled thanks to air pollution. And so you won't see a lot of beautiful, healthy madrones in the city. Anywhere there's people nearby, they decline, and they decline rapidly. So a lot of standing dead or half dead or three-quarter dead madrones, but it's still a spectacular tree. So. Use the old guy climbing method. Take the first 20 feet off of the ladder. That's that much less I got to strap on. A lot easier. Truck or to another tree. All Derek and I have to do is stand.
Just pull it.
But if you've got a situation where you can't do this, there's ways to use mechanical advantage with pulleys, which we sometimes do. I'm going to put this here so those guys can just kind of lean on it. Felling wedge. So when we start to get the cut open, we hammer these wedges in, and that opens it up so that it essentially pushes it in the direction that we want it to go. So because you can see the lean, on this trunk, you know, the tree ideally wants to fall right there. Well, we want it to fall that way, but we got a rope in it, and the guys will pull on it that way, and I'll put these wedges in it and see what we can do. are made of plastic because you hit them all the time and that doesn't dull yourself. The other function of the wedges is to open this up. When you're making a downward cut, gravity always works, right? Like it never fails. So when you're making a downward cut, you're opening it up here, but the gravity's just pushing them together and pushing the whole thing down. So in order for you to be able to make this cut all the way through without pinching the saw, that's the other function of the wedge. Okay? So live wood is infinitely more predictable. You see this right here? This broken part? This broken part here is all that was left of the hinge. See the hinge, the job of the hinge is to direct your fall. When it's hollow inside, when it's dead to start with and then hollow, it just becomes less predictable. So. When you do this kind of work, you remember a lot of the stuff you learned in school. You got a circle that's 10 inches in diameter. How much more surface area, how much more volume is there than if the circle is 5 inches in diameter? Your instinct says that's twice the size, when in fact it's more like 4 times the size. And what you learn when you do this kind of work is a tree that's 10 inches in diameter versus one that's 20 inches in diameter. It's an altogether different deal. Because again, gravity always works. Wood is always heavy. No matter how dead or alive it is, it's always heavy. The bigger wood is, the more potential danger and risk and complication there is involved in taking trees down of any size, and then of dealing with the remains once you get the tree down. That's our fat tree removal lesson for the day.